as well to a new week. MGM101 says, I hope today is a fantastic Monday. It is. It's an actual fantastic Monday. Wait, OMG, only one more weekend until Christmas. Is that true? What's the date? 13th? Yeah, I guess it actually... Oh, geez. Guys, I have to do shopping. I've done some and was lucky enough that I think things are going to get delivered on time. But for, like, the home-based stuff, I need to do some shopping, which means I'm probably going to have to go to the mall, which, for me, going to the mall when I don't know exactly... Hey, my money. When I don't know exactly what I'm going to be buying is similar to the prep I needed to do mentally to go to the Arctic. It's just a lot because there are many different stores, and inside of each store, there are many different things you could buy from many different people. And each of the stores is a new set of that. And yeah, so it's a lot. Anyway, thank you everyone for being here. I've got some news for you. Oh, can I tell you something? When we get to 500 likes, I'll tell you something behind the scenes of my own life, other than the present thing. Ted Cruz, Wage Dragon says, coworker has been out for 2 weeks with bad COVID, no response to the antibody treatment. That sucks. He's likely not vaxxed. Got no one else in the office sick. The rest are vaxxed. I'm sorry to hear about your one coworker. Glad that that's not spreading. Hey, Janet, how's it going? Hey, Kyle. Okay, so you know what? We're going to start off with Ted Cruz. Let us know about Ted Cruz's coworker. So let's talk about COVID briefly. Not for like a long time. You know, I feel like we've done that, but we are maybe today going to pass 800,000 COVID cases. Let me bring up some of the updated information. I can tell you that apparently 1 in 100 seniors have died from COVID in the last year and a half. So it's taken 1% of all of the seniors in the country. Isn't that fun? Okay, so let's see. Is it going to be today or is it going to be tomorrow? By the way, cases are back up almost, see, 120. Okay, 120. Not to where we were at in the last peak, but not at a good spot either. Cases are up 43% in the past 2 weeks. Deaths are up 32% in the last 2 weeks. Hospitalizations are up 23% in the last 2 weeks. So, yeah, they are going up. I would say we will pass the 800,000 mark maybe Wednesday. Wednesday, maybe Thursday. And, of course, those are the deaths that have actually been logged as having been due to COVID. We will never know what the actual numbers are, and there's reason to believe that, especially early on in the first months, before people really knew about COVID, that a lot of people died and weren't logged in that way. So, you know, we're just moving on. Country doesn't care. Eventually, I'll stop doing the updates, I guess. We've been doing them for a while, but nobody cares anymore. WW Halo says, spent Friday night hiding in my closet. It was one of the scariest nights of my life. My town is just a few miles away from the path of the tornado. Jesus, Halo. Terrifying stuff. I don't know. Look, it's probably a waste of time to think, but, like, there's a lot of scary natural disasters. But, man, a tornado. Whew. We're going to be starting off the show talking about the devastation from those tornadoes. 800,000 COVID deaths. Rory, stop it, you. Okay, I want to show you something briefly. I'm going to whip you around for this. I'm going to mix things up quite a bit. Okay. This, I don't know if you can make it out. A TikToker put online. This TikToker works at Starbucks. This was an order someone did. With seemingly every single modification you can make to bring a drink up to $50, including cinnamon dolce sprinkles, that sounds good, cinnamon powder, chocolate curls topping, chocolate malt powder, red and green sprinkle topping, holiday sugar sparkles, 12 shots of espresso, coconut, praline topping, 4 pumps of caramel brulee. Oh, well, that's true. I mean, you want it to be sweet. if you get that order, you work at Starbucks, should you have to make it? If it's all, like, basically everything, if it's a one of everything. Like, if you, what do you think? Should you have to? Because that's really fucking annoying. I mean, that person is not going to actually drink this, right? I mean, they're spending $50 to mess with you, right? I mean, they can't, assuming they pay for it. You die if you were to drink that, right? Am I being irrational? I worked at cafes at the University of Connecticut. I worked at a bunch of cafes for a few years. Never had anything like this. Wait, got discounts. They were using their star rewards. So even more reason to believe that they don't really need it and don't really want it. If they actually wanted this, if this was like their last meal, because it probably would be, I could sort of understand it. See, this is why Starbucks needs unions. Hey, JV, welcome to Tier 1 membership. Jamal, what's up? Ted Cruz says, also major tornado outbreak in December, climate change impacts. I don't know. I don't know enough about tornado patterns to say whether it's especially weird in December. I haven't seen many experts implying that. Mr. Cat says, best way to spend my birthday. Well, I'm glad to have you here. That's not a drink, that's diabetes. What is the highest tier of membership on TYT? Well, it's actually a Black Lotus tier 7. No, I'm kidding. It's just, I mean, it depends on what platform you're on. Every platform has different ones. On ours, here on YouTube, it's tier 3. Which basically just means that you get access to our live monthly Q&A. Which, by the way, that's this week, is it? I guess it should be this week. Let's make sure we're doing Q&A this week, right? Okay, well, we're going to find out about that. Ask first if it's a mistake. Well, how can it be a mistake? If you make it available, then you have to. Well, yes, but the worker didn't make it available. The company did. I guess I would make it, but think about how long it would take. If you've got a line and people are ordering stuff like that, think about how angry people get. Okay, I just came across a story that now I wish... damn it. We might have, like, to close out the show, a random thrown-in couple-minute conversation about something we didn't prepare for. Steve Snyder says, check out Robert, Cody, and Katie reading a Shapiro-written short story on the pod Behind the Bastards. It's hilarious. Most recent episode, too good. Well, see, here's the thing, Steve. That does sound fun, but I don't necessarily want to set a precedent where people online read the creative writing of other personalities to make fun of them. Not for any particular reason. By the way, so after I finished my book, I've written 2 short stories, one in the same world, one in a different world. And I just started writing what might be my next book. I'm sort of getting into the idea. I don't know how much I can say. I don't think I'm going to say anything about the idea yet, except it's weird and I'm excited for it. But I do have to do a little bit of research into Russian mythology and military technology. But I can't say anything other than that. May Money says, did you add patches to your jacket? I did not, but the jacket does not come like this. It comes with this Anna patch, and then we sell patch packs, and so you can customize which patches you want and wear. I mean, maybe you don't want my face. Maybe you want to go with all rainbow. It's up to you. You get to decide when you put it together. And you just heat them. We saw your cover art. Oh, jeez. I'm tier 6. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about some more news, okay? We got a few more minutes. Hey, everybody, good news! Wait, did you know that I was going to talk about this one? Time has named their Person of the Year, and fuck everything. It's Elon Musk, because why not? Why not? I've read that one of the main heads of Time is a major investor into SpaceX, so that's cool. But yeah, we have no standards. We just worship mainly two things, honestly. The wealthy and assholes, and nobody is more of a combination of a wealthy asshole than him. I think he's worse than Jeff Bezos these days. So, sure, make him Time Person of the Year. As I forget who had pointed out, but somebody pointed out the guy who said that the pandemic would be over by May 2020 should definitely be your 2021 Person of the Year. Someone who, called someone rescuing kids a pedo guy. Someone who tweeted to Ron Wyden, "Why does pee-pee look like ooh just came?" Because we have no standards. We don't expect people to be good. We have this vague definition of what makes them great, which is entirely that they have money and that people pay attention to them. But we don't expect people to be good or sane, rational, clever, funny, compassionate. We don't expect any of those things. As Nalini Stamp says, in a year where workers should actually be Time Person of the Year because of historic number of strikes and people not wanting to go back to jobs that treat them like shit, they make the Person of the Year the biggest anti-worker lord. 100%. She says the U.S. in a nutshell. 2020, clap for essential workers. 2021, fuck workers. And that's what it is. That's what it is. Okay. So, that's fun. Let's talk about some more stuff. J.K. Rowling is just tweeting more transphobic stuff. She's done. Never going to get better. Never going to apologize. Never going to learn or evolve. Had her big hit, which is huge, obviously. Harry Potter was great and everything. And then that'll be it. Because she's rich and she's an asshole. So maybe she'll be Time Person of the Year next year. I don't know. Watch Jack Frost MST3K. Oh, God. I remember that movie. Oh, God. Billy Barracuda. What does Russian tech have to do with your naked glistening chest on the cover? Jesus Christ. I hate it. I hate it so much. Okay, let's see. The weather was perfect conditions for a tornado. I live in the area and it's just a perfect combo. Climate change is real. Sounds reasonable. Hey, Zane. I got my Johnny Pie logo shirt yesterday. I'm wearing it today with my Dragon Squad hoodie and TYT hat. You are so representing, Zane. Thank you. That's awesome. Can't wait to see it someday. Audie Dragon says, why are we not talking Wheel of Time? Well, I don't necessarily want to, spoil things. I am caught up. There were a lot of changes, obviously. Some of which apparently were out of their hands. But it was a good episode overall. I liked the politics of it. Anyone else watching Wheel of Time? Stars View says, where's Land's horse? It's a great point. Why are they not taking the horses? I don't know. I feel like you can bring them. They did in the books. John Shepard says, I saw Just Look Up on Sunday, and I really think you guys should host a watch-along for it. Yes, we do need to do that. Watch-along for Just... Or is it Don't Look Up? I think it's Don't Look Up. Yeah, it's Don't Look Up. Okay, I will look into whether we can do that. Wear the TDR hats is a great idea, actually. I don't know. Yeah, Dankar, that's the bad thing, really. Apparently there was nothing they could do about it. Maybe at some point we'll find out what happened. I don't know. I am liking Hawkeye, though. Man, these shows have been so good about getting me to be interested in characters I had never cared about before. I did not care, let's see, about Wanda. Didn't care about Wanda, barely cared about Vision. Didn't like the Winter Soldier. I liked Falcon fine, but I didn't care much. And now in this, I obviously didn't like Jerry Renner. I've joked about, well, not him, but his character. And they're doing a great job of making the characters more interesting. By the way, if any of you damn kids out there haven't gotten vaccinated yet, Billie Eilish says that she still has side effects after her 2-month battle with COVID and says that she would have died if she hadn't been vaccinated. So if you won't do it for me, Get vaccinated for Billie Eilish, who hosted. I don't think Letitia Wright was fired. I thought that they just. So Billie Eilish just hosted SNL, and not in particular because of her worst episode of the season, by far. I don't think that she's been fired. I don't think that she has. Laura says, Wheel Time is so good. As a non-book reader, I'm into it. Hated Wanda. I like Wanda. I'm glad that you're liking it. And I think like some book readers are going to run up against the changes. I personally don't mind that there's a lot of changes. I have watched much of Discovery, but not all of it. The Expanse, I've just watched the beginning. I have read all the books, though. My wife kind of bounced off of it, so we stopped watching it. NASA says a huge, potentially hazardous asteroid will break into Earth's orbit next week. Bring it on. And then let's see. We were going to talk about Keanu Reeves laughing at the idea of NFTs, but I think we're going to have to move on to Donald Trump and Bill O'Reilly's event. Apparently didn't have very good attendance. People didn't really care. Just saying, Trump, maybe you're not as popular as you thought you were. Other than that, I don't particularly care about it. I want to show you this. I just found this interesting. So there's this rioter at the Capitol in these photos. One of the defenses of her lawyers is that she's not actually that political because she didn't vote in 2020. Which I just think is both not a defense against what was done, but also awesome that they were this aggrieved that it was stolen from Trump, so we have to turn over democracy. But I couldn't actually be asked to actually vote. That's fun. Love, apathy combined with a willingness to torch our democracy. Laura Land P says, a comic Wanda fan, movie Wanda will never be the same. I don't know anything about comic Wanda fan. I will say I like this Wanda. I think the actress is really good. I'd never seen her in anything else, I don't think. I'm not sure if I actually have since then. But she's really good in this. What's her name? What's the actress's name? I don't know. But if you know, what else has she been in? What should I see? RhinoWiki says, a recent Vice episode shows how many guns are stolen from stores as a crew busts down a wall with a bobcat. What do you think could help these issues? That's going to be difficult if they're breaking down walls. Not having guns be available in so many different places. Oh, Elizabeth Olsen. Yes, thank you, everyone. Wait. She was in X-Men Evolution? I don't remember that. Elizabeth. Was she? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Godzilla? Luck Dragon says, speaking of great shows, still wondering how people like Grant M. Har are taken from us, but we keep the Tangerine Hemorrhoid and his fascist fans. Yes, that's a good point. Okay, Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene. Okay, based on the name, I'm not sure. Oh, the No More Mutants. I am familiar with No More Mutants. Sure, he got fired. Unless it's on Twitter, I'm not seeing that Letitia Wright got fired. They kept going back and forth. Hold on. Is there big breaking news? I don't think that she's been fired. Anyway. Okay, so let's talk about this. What was Marjorie Greene talking about? Well, we know that she's been really worried about those who were arrested for participating in the January 6th riot. She goes to the prison every once in a while, talks about them being political prisoners, which they're not. They were not locked up for their politics. They were locked up for what they did. That's sort of the difference there. So she is once again speaking out in defense of them. And everything has to be everything. It can't just be that they're political prisoners. You have to combine all the buzzwords. So she says they were isolated in a separate wing of the jail where they are abused, where they are ridiculed, where they are mocked because of their political beliefs and because of January 6th and because of the color of their skin. So first of all, they're not being mocked for being white. That's fucking stupid. Second of all, they were being mocked for January 6th. Well, sure. Why wouldn't they be? They did bad things then. That was a bad thing, remember? So there is a two-tiered justice system, and these are the things that need to end. She can't speak. She honestly can't speak. She can't put words together. There is at least a two-tier justice system. This is not evidence of it. Anyway, she goes on to say, they're being represented by public defenders that call them white supremacists, tell them they have to denounce President Trump, tell them they have to denounce their political views, want them to watch videos and read books that basically is critical race theory training in order for them to have this public defender represent them. No, none of that is true. None of that is true. They might be advising them like, hey, maybe if you just participated in a riot in support of a politician, going into the court and then talking about how much you love MAGA might not be the best idea. But also, I do love that she's at least admitting that they are Trump fans. For a long time, they were pretending that they were secretly lefties. They were big fans of TYT or something that were rioting. No, she at least admits now that they are conservatives. But anyway, so she believes they're being pumped full of CRT. Why does she say that? Well, they are given some books. So Unusually Cruel, Prisons, Punishment, and the Real American Exceptionalism, Just Mercy by Brian Stevenson, and Slavery by Another Name by Douglas Blackman are suggested materials recommended by defense attorney H. Heather Shaner. They're not being drilled on critical race theory. They're being taught about the criminal justice system, about trials, about prison. You just got done saying that we have a two-tier justice system. So do you not want them to understand that and figure out how best to navigate this system? Of course, critical race theory. Why not? Yeah, and the meals are too woke, and they're being made to make license plates that just say woke. Hold on. Damn it. I thought I had proof of the Shuri thing. It's just so goddamn stupid. Like, they did those things. They're on video doing those things. How can you continue to try to make a big deal out of it without ever once acknowledging what was actually done? She doesn't try to justify the actual action. She sidesteps it while also trying to be laser focused on them as victims the entire time. It's one of the most amazing things that I've seen in quite a while in media, that like Tucker Carlson can talk constantly about January 6th and never once actually have to engage with what they did on that day. And then all of this works for an audience who will watch that and not think, am I missing a part of this picture? Like, it would be like if you talked for a year about Benghazi, but implied that no protest or violence ever happened. You really want to talk about Benghazi, but you don't want to engage with the actual situation there. But it works for them. It works for them. I haven't seen any indication that her constituents are turning on her, so that's cool. Anywho. Okay. What about Loki, though? I did like... Yeah, well, actually, that, too. It made me, like, more interested in Loki. I hadn't really cared about or liked Loki. I didn't really like the Thor movies at all. Okay, Sophie, I see you. Okay, everybody. We got a fantastic Monday. Oh, we're doing our top 10 Christmas movies of all time after the show for our Tier 2 and Tier 3 members, so feel free to sign up. Francesca will be here. We've got an awesome show for you. Okay, bye!